Have you ever heard a club that came from England in which at the beginning everyone seen this club as nothing, everyone seen this as adopters, everyone seen this club as a very normal club but has turned into something big in England? We will talk about the myth, the person behind and also the home of its football, Liverpool FC. We're gonna talk about Liverpool FC, the history behind the person who influenced Liverpool FC become the most influential club, the most successful club in England, in the world, I would say, and also the home of its football, Anfield. We're gonna talk a bit more later about these kind of things that influence Liverpool in its era. Let's get into it. The Liverpool way. Liverpool formed as a club as ebb and flowed like all football clubs that have ever existed. But at the end of the day, there is something truly special about this football organization. Something that is near impossible to manufacture and something that will ensure that no matter how far off the course they may stray, getting back on track is an inevitability. From Egyptian kings to quickly taken corners, to miracle is in Istanbul, to cream-clad Spice Boys, Liverpool has found a way to capture the masses. 6 European Cups, 3 UEFA Cups, 4 UEFA Super Cups, and the joint most successful team in the history of English League football. There has been so much victory and joy in the history of Merseyside club. So many wins, so many accolades, that at the peak of it all, they were sky high and looking pretty much untouchable. This kind of dominance is rarely universally accepted. As a matter of fact, some even decided to take it upon themselves to dedicate large portions of their lives to knocking them off their perch. Today, I wanted to dive deep into the club. I've recorded dozens of episodes on this team, the past heroes, the disappointments, the euphoria. But in this one, I wanted to start from the very beginning and finish off with 3 men in particular, which are Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, and Joe Fagan. Because depending on who you ask, it's thanks to these 3 men that no Liverpool fan, including me, will ever walk alone. We all know about the players of all time, Graham Souness and Kenny Dalglish and everything, of course, but they were only part of a system. The famous Anfield Plague. How did it get there? Well, there was Shankly. The origin of Liverpool Football Club did not involve anything in red in the slightest. The color of choice was actually blue. As a matter of fact, it didn't start with Liverpool at all. It started with Everton all the way back in 1878. Everton was formed and a couple of years following their formation, they moved into a legendary stadium in 1884, a stadium that the Tories would eventually come to reason over 100 years later, Anfield. I say this because since 1999, Everton have only beaten Liverpool at Anfield once in all competitions. They've played there 27 times in that time period. Although the win came in early 2021, which would make you think that times may be changing, this has not been the case, and it's been one-way traffic ever since. In any case, the move to Anfield was orchestrated by the president of Everton, which John Holding, who would eventually go on to Anfield. Holding, a very wealthy businessman and also man, who once served as the Lord Mayor of Liverpool at one point, had his hands in just about everything that was going at Everton. He was even at the forefront of the club, as they become one of the founding members of the First Division back in 1888. However, many believe that a lot of his actions were simultaneously working towards the detriment of the club and the benefit of his pockets. For example, the players were forced to change in subpar changing facilities, and he planned to float the club to purchase more land. One of the final straws came when he decided to increase the rent that the club was paying from £100 to £250. This didn't go down very well. The Everton board of directors decided that enough was enough, decided to break away and establish themselves at Goodison Park. That was in 1882, and 30 years later, Everton would go on to say goodbye to that stadium too. But back to the time of the unruly divorce, this left Holding with the dilemma, a stadium with no team to play in it. And so he decided to form a new team, one that would occupy that stadium as their home ground. The name of that team, it's a name you know well. It's a name you have come to love. Everton Athletic. No, I'm kidding. Well, that was his first suggestion actually. However, it shouldn't be surprising that the name was rejected, far too derivative. Well, instead, they adopted the name of the city Liverpool Football Club in 1882. Now established as a club, Liverpool were initially rejected from entry into the Football League on account of them only existing for a few days, which is fair enough. After a few years of good performance, they were admitted to the second division, when they went undefeated for 28 games, finishing top of the league. This earned them a playoff match against the bottom team of the first division to gain entry into the top league, a match which they won their opponent Newton Heath. In the modern game, that team goes by Manchester United, a precursor to the rivalry that was to come. Anyway, after relegation, the club appointed a man by the name of Tom Watson as their head coach. All the historical photos show the man had a quite impressive mustache. As you might know, he was very important. This guy had just won 3 first division titles with Sunderland, and Holding had seen enough to make him the highest paid manager in England, earning him a mind-boggling yearly salary of £300. My man was rich, and this investment paid dividends as Liverpool went on to win the first division with him as manager in 1901. Did get relegated in 1904 but regained promotion immediately and became the first English club to win the second division and then win the first division back-to-back seasons. It's quite impressive, yeah. The years following this impressive were rather eventful for Reds. An era of mid-table finishes with one flash in their pants, second place in 9-year period. However, there was a bit of spice. The Great War had begun in 1914, and the Football League was tipped to halt operations indefinitely from the end of the 1914-15 season, which meant that a whole lot of people now did not have a way to pay their bills. And so match between Liverpool and now Manchester United, formerly Newton Heath, was fixed to end 2-0 to Man U. After investigation, it was found that a small group consisting of both United and Liverpool players had been involved in this act. With no input from the managers and backroom staff, they had each placed large bets on the result of the match and were intending to secure a large buck of the unscrupulous act. Well, it's kinda shameless. Now, there were actually quite a few reasons for why this game was rigged. For starters, United were battling relegation and needed a win to stay up. But as I said, the main reason seemed to be immediate financials. Liverpool were mid-table, so it wasn't like the game would have affected them, win or lose. But with the war in the hand, the careers of several players across the country looks to be just over. So at this point, you may be asking, how were they found out? Frank Pagnam, a Liverpool player and probably one of the first snitches in recorded football history, had disapproved of his teammates' shady dealings. This guy threatened to thwart their plan and even hit the crossbar towards the end of the match in an attempt to ruin the scoreline. When his teammates started arguing with him for doing his job, people started to suspect something was up. And to be fair, with the way United are defending nowadays, I'm not sure how match fixing hasn't been brought up for legal reasons. This is a joke. Anyway, back to Pagnam. This man ever testified against his teammates in a hearing with the FA. I'm sure they were less than pleased. There's always that one guy that cross up and ruins it for everyone, isn't there? Anyway, all the players involved from both sides were given lifelong bans from football. Although most bans were lifted in the years that followed, moving along over the next roughly 50 years, Liverpool's situation fluctuated a heck of a lot. Back-to-back first division wins in 1922 when 1923 followed the end of World War, and years of mid-table mediocrity until 1939 when the Second World War came knocking. A first division win in the first season upon resumption of the league in 1947 was a good stuff, but more mid-table mediocrity directly after that, and relegation to the second division in 1954 was bad stuff. This takes us all the way through to the 1960, the season of the first division. After a poor start to the season, Liverpool were far from where they wanted to be. Bill Taylor. The manager at that time decided to step down in November of 1959 as he felt he had taken Liverpool as far as he was capable of taking them. Promotion to the first division was proving to be too big of a task. Having said that, an insurmountable task for one man can sometimes be an opportunity for greatness for another. Less than a month, somebody very, very special arrived.
Important what people think when you come in. It's much more important what people think when you leave. Opponents, they're big and bigger and bigger maybe, but in a special Liverpool way, we can be successful. So I'm a totally normal guy. I'm the normal one. And when I sit here in 4 years, I think we won one title in this.
Liverpool was a club searching for its soul trophyless for years and far from the top of English football. They were a shadow of their glorious past, then a charismatic German stepped in, promising to turn doubters into believers. Fast forward a few years, and under Jurgen Klopp, Liverpool became an unstoppable force, conquering Europe and reclaiming their place at the pinnacle of the game. Over 8 years, Klopp didn't just rebuild Liverpool, he redefined what it meant to be part of this footballing powerhouse, from tactical masterclasses to a bond with the fans unmatched in world football. Klopp brought Liverpool back to the top, but Klopp's legacy is more than trophies. It's a blueprint for greatness, a foundation upon which the future is built, with Arne Slot now emerging as the heir to carry his torch and lead Liverpool into a new era. Welcome to Chapter 1. Evolution. The 2014-15 season ended with the dismal 6th place finish, and by October 2015, Brendan Rodgers was sacked, with the team languishing in 10th place and disillusionment setting in. After years of inconsistency, Jurgen Klopp took the reins, replacing Rodgers, emerging from a triumphant reign at Borussia, where he transformed underdogs into German champions, and European giants like Klopp arrived like a force of nature, blending tactical genius with unshakable charisma. Calling himself the normal one, but vowing to deliver the extraordinary, stepping into the chaos of mid-season. Takeover Klopp faced a fractured squad beneath of identity, riddled with injuries and drained of belief. But with unyielding resolve, he unleashed his signature gegenpress in a whirlwind philosophy of relentless pressing and lightning fast transitions and boundless intensity. Klopp's first season delivered unforgettable drama. The Tornadoes' 4-1 triumph over Man City announced his high-octane philosophy to the Premier League, while a wild 4-5 thriller against Norwich showcased his team's unyielding spirits. But the true spectacle unfolded in Europe, where Klopp masterminded epic comebacks, none greater than the legendary 4-3 victory over Dortmund at Anfield, propelling Liverpool to the Europa League final. Even with a squad not yet molded to his vision, he unlocked their potential, Emre Can and Adam Lallana, while Roberto Firmino rose as the ingenious heartbeat of the attack. Without the advantages of a summer transfer window, Klopp made calculated moves, bringing Steven Gerrard on loan to steady fragile defense and securing Marco Grujic as a promising talent for the future. These were not headline-grabbing transfers, but they reflected Klopp's pragmatic approach in his first season. Liverpool 8th place finish in the league and Europa League final heartbreak against Sevilla painted a harsh picture. But beneath the surface, Klopp had done something far greater. He had reignited a fractured team spirit, making them believe in the greatness once more. In 2016-17 season marked a turning point as Klopp embarked on his first full campaign, armed with fresh signings and tactics to restore Liverpool's glory. Klopp wasted no time reshaping the squad to fit his vision. The highlight was the arrival of Sadio Mane from Southampton, signing that proved transformative. Mane's blistering pace and clinical finishing were exactly what Klopp needed to supercharge Liverpool attack. Jojo Wijnaldum added dynamism and versatility to the midfield, while Joe Matip brought stability to a defense that had become error-prone. These signings were smart, strategic, and laid the groundwork for Klopp's phrasing system with enhanced fitness driving, relentless high pressing, and switched to a dynamic 4-3-3 formations. Klopp's Liverpool exploded into the season, igniting with a pulsating 4-3 victory over Arsenal at Emirates. The momentum peaked in December with commanding 1-0 triumph over Man City at Anfield, defeating Chelsea 1-2 in a disciplined performance that highlighted Klopp's tactical adaptability. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Liverpool formed deep in January 2017 with injuries to key players like Mane exposing the lack of squad depth, Liverpool FA Cup journey came to a dramatic halt under the light at Anfield, as Wolverhampton Wanderers delivered a crushing 2-1 blow and a shocking home loss to Swansea, derailing their title despite the mid-season slump. Liverpool delivered, finishing fourth in the Premier League, and the Champions League football was now back at Anfield. Did the footballing world now? This was just the beginning. This Liverpool would soon become a force to be reckoned. Welcome to the Chapter 2, The Transformation. With after 2 seasons of rebuilding and refining, 2017-2018, Klopp unleashed a team that plays some of the most electrifying football the Premier League in Europe had ever seen. The summer of 2017 was transformative for Liverpool. Klopp identified the key pieces needed to take the team to the next level, made some sensational move in the transfer market. One of it was Mohamed Salah. Critics questioned his ability to succeed in the Premier League after a tough season at Chelsea, but Klopp saw a player with explosive pace, precise finishing, and relentless energy that perfect fit for his system. And the left back Andy Robertson, a budget signing, would also prove to be one of the club's most inspired acquisitions, becoming a cornerstone on Liverpool left side. Salah rival completed a devastating trio alongside Firmino and Mane. Their fluid interplay, transforming Liverpool attack into a relentless force, backed by the brilliance of Firmino. Duet the fiber, they unleashed Klopp's high-tempo 4-3-3 system, dismantling defense with breathtaking precision and chaos, blistering 4-0 dismantling Arsenal in August, showcasing Salah and Mane destructive brilliance, while 7-0 demolition of Sparta Moscow signaled European intent, but it was the 3-0 triumph over Man City at Anfield, a tactical masterpiece of relentless attacking and resolute defending that truly cemented their dominance. In January 2018, brought a seismic shift that Philip considered the creative fluid departed for Barcelona. In a record-breaking move, leaving fans anxious, the club had a vision. Reinvesting the windfall, he secured Virgil van Dijk for a record fee, the rise of Andrew Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold dynamic fullback mainstays, and the formidable partnership Virgil van Dijk and here anchoring the defense. Liverpool backline transformed into a cohesive and commanding force. Liverpool relentless attack, spearheaded by Salah, ended with 32 Premier League goals, the highest ever. In 38 games season, he won the Golden Boot and swept individual awards, including Player of the Year. Liverpool electrifying journey to the Champions League final saw them dismantle Porto, outclass Manchester City, and outlast Roma. But the dream ended in anguish with a 3-1 defeat to Real Madrid. Salah early exit after a continuous clash with Sergio Ramos. It was a drama. He was brought down by Ramos, fought on a men's equalizer, ignite hope before Bale breathtaking strike sealed a heartbreaking night in Kiev in the 2017. 18th season wasn't divine but trophies. By progress, Liverpool accelerating football captured heard worldwide, and the squad potential was undeniable. With Salah record-breaking season, Van Dijk transformative presence, and Klopp's vision becoming reality, Liverpool poised for greatness. After falling short the previous season, Klopp knew reinforcements were needed to stand out. Signing was Alisson Becker, the goalkeeper, brought in to solve Liverpool long-standing goalkeeper, which composure, reflex, and ability to play out of from the back were the game changers. Naby Keita added dynamism to the midfield, while Fabinho provided defense, defensive shield, and tactical versatility, and also Shaqiri brought creativity and depth to the squad. Welcome to the Chapter 3, First Silverware. They started in 2018-2019 season with a statement winning their first 6 matches in the Premier League title race was one of the greatest in history. Liverpool and Manchester City pushing each other to unprecedented heights, with both teams accumulating over 90 points. Liverpool tally of 97 points. That didn't win, sadly. The title included an unbeaten home record. Liverpool relentless campaign ended as a valiant runner-up to Man City. That said, their near-perfect season marked only by a single league defeat at the hands of their fiercest rivals. Also, Liverpool just conceded 22 goals in the Premier League, the lowest in the division. Van Dijk dominance earned him the Player of the Year, and also had the silverware faded early. with their third round exits in both the FA Cup and the EFL Cup. While the domestic cups narrowly eluded them, Liverpool Champions League journey was a roller coaster of drama, and Dream Alisson last 6 save against Napoli kept their hopes alive, setting the stage for the legendary Anfield miracle 4-0 demolition of Barcelona, overturned 3-0 deficit with the Wijnaldum and Waldemir for Global Night, the corner taken quickly, and the Tottenham was ruthless with Salah early penalty and Origi decisive strike in the final. It's their first trophy, UCL trophy. European Crown Club's team showed they could compete and dominate on the biggest stage in Europe. Liverpool were no longer a team rebuilding, they were a team ready to conquer. We are heading into chapter 4. The chapter 4 is 30 years waiting. Conquer Liverpool entered 2019-2020 season with one goal in mind, the Premier League title. The additions were the modest Liverpool core remained intact, and the focus was on integrating younger players and maintaining the Giants. Alexander-Arnold and Robertson become Liverpool Premier League playmakers, delivering pinpoint crosses and creating chances. From wide areas, crowned champions of Europe, Liverpool triumphed in a thrilling 2019 UEFA Super Cup, defeating Chelsea 5-4 on penalties after a 2-2 draw and claiming their first world title with a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Flamengo in extra time, securing the historic international treble of the Champions League, Super Cup, and Club World Cup. They were unbeaten in their first 27 games, and amassing an incredible 79 points by February, the best start in the Premier League history. Moments like Mane and Van Dijk header against Aston Villa epitomize the team's never say die attitude, whether it was late winners on the defensive masterclass. Liverpool has won away. The 3-1 victory over Manchester City at Anfield was a defining moment, showcasing Liverpool dominance and sending a message to their closest fans, the closest rivals, yet their Champions League defense faltered, bowing out the round of 16 to Atletico Madrid after gripping 4-2, a great battle as Liverpool closed on the league title. The world came to halt due to COVID-19 pandemic. The football was suspended and a shroud of uncertainty hung heavy over the fate of the whole season. Klopp's leadership during this period was exemplary. He kept the squad focused and connected with the fans, reminding everyone that Liverpool time would come when the league resumed in June. Liverpool needed just 2 wins to secure the trophy. 4-0 thrashing Crystal Palace and Man City lost to Chelsea confirmed what Red fans had waited 30 years to hear. Liverpool were the Premier League champions, unbeaten at home. For third consecutive season, Liverpool stormed a club record 99 points, a monumental achievement that stood as second highest English top flight history, just behind Man City 100 points. 2 years earlier, the team broke records, and Klopp was fulfillment of a promise he made. Promise that he made, that we can agree that he already turned the doubters into believers. And we have come to an end. Thanks for watching. We have witnessed a lot of great things, a lot of experience that coaches and staff working together to build Liverpool to be this great team, like the current team. One message from Jurgen Klopp to all of people, not only football fans, not only for the Liverpool fans, but also for the people around the world. It's not important of what people think when you come in. It's much more important when people think when you leave. That's one of the quotes I remember the most in my lifetime. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and likes. Don't forget to share the videos if you like, and comments if you need anything to suggest. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, and you never